Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are focusing solely on the Sullivan family and their weird and wonderful ideals about putting their kids online for the world to see. I've never seen a family more driven for YouTube success than these two, right? I think you get what I mean. They are driven, and they are so driven that their kids are in constant danger, and yet they cannot see it. But they also bring me into the conversation today, so it's great because I'm getting hated on by their little fans, their minions. So we're going to cover that too. Now, it's Eva's birthday as well coming up, or it has been by the time this goes out, and they have some very weird situational ideas around that too. It's brilliant. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's get right into the nitty gritty of what they have to say, and what they have to say is just mind-blowing.
Oh, that is one of the things that we've always stood for, is our videos tours just to come across naturally, and just film what we're doing. I know channels can grow a lot faster by doing very kind of like algorithmy videos and lots of challenges and things like that. But we just wanted to stay true to ourselves, really. And
You wanted to stay true to yourself, and that sounds very much like another family channel that I know very, very well. Mr. Chrissingham, step right forwards, He also doesn't want to, diversify into something which might get them views. No, they need to just stay true to themselves and to vlog the day as it happens and vlog what they do on a daily basis and sod the algorithmic crap like that. Sound very much like the Inghams. Talk to them much, do you?
we always said if any of the children didn't want to be in the vlog, like tonight, Agnes is too tired, she didn't want to come and say hi. Absolutely fine, and that's kind of
the problem is when they get
where we're at with it.
No, you've got that backwards, Ben. You've got that backwards. Agnes, who is what, 6 years of age, she didn't want to be on the vlog tonight, or didn't want to be on the live tonight. That's perfectly fine, is what you reckon. But the problem here, Ben, is that she is too young to make any sort of life-changing decision. Would you agree, or would you think that, oh yeah, she can make her own mind up whether or not she wants to be pimped out? That's fine. No, it's not fine, Ben. The problem is that you, as her parents, need to make the right choices for her, not leave it up to her whether or not she gets picked up by the latest dark web member.
High school as well. There's a lot of other people's opinions.
Recognition that
at high school,
your mum and dad, maybe don't do a traditional job, and whatever that is.
Love how you use the word recognition, Ben. Yep, you've been recognised as being the YouTubers, and other kids don't like it, clearly. They're just jealous haters, aren't they? Just jealous of your success, Ben. But they're putting it on your child, and that's nasty, isn't it? It's horrible that they have to go through high school. Other kids are going to be kids. The problem here, Ben, is that, yes, kids are going to be kids. They're going to bully her, right? And for that reason, you have to make the right choices for your child, right? And not allow her to be in a position where she's going to be bullied, such as don't, film yourself with a massive fuck off big plunger thing, plunge in the toilet. That is going to get your children, all of them, bullied, right? That is it. It may not be right, but kids will bully other kids for whatever reason, and you need to make the right choices for them.
Kids can be really mean.
So,
and being a pre-teen teenager is pretty tough, isn't it?
it is tough. It is. We've all been there. We've definitely all been there.
Eva's, she's changed a lot in the last year since she started high school, really. So it's just, unfortunately, it is. They're all different, aren't they? And it is what it is. But
Yep, she's changed since she's gone to high school, and the reason here is because once you go to high school, kids are even meaner, right? They are meaner. When you're in primary school, they tend to be a bit more like, oh wow, you're YouTubers, wow, that's exciting. When you get to high school, teens will be mean to you, right? They will bully you for anything and everything, right? So you need to look at what you are doing, what you're putting out about your kids, and think, is this the right thing? Is this going to get my child bullied? Is this going to impact on their life? And if it is going to impact on their life, then perhaps just not do it.
It always happens with every one of them when they go to high school. The change in them is just huge, and it's a shock every single time, isn't it? Every single time it's a massive shock. They go from this P7 wanting to do everything and all of that, and then sometimes they come out unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time it's a massive shock.
It is, and that change over the summer period from going from P7 to going to high school is massive.
Eva's
absolutely massive.
She's given up a lot of the things that she loves, which is a bit sad.
But she'll probably get them back.
I'm hoping that she'll come back, but
she'll get them back. She will.
It's difficult.
You know, it's ironic how they don't understand what they're doing whilst they're actually doing something, right? Because they're saying on one hand that Eva doesn't want to be mentioned on the vlog, she doesn't want to be talked about, she doesn't want to appear on the vlogs, but at the same time, they are openly talking about her. Right, they're talking about what she likes to do now and how she's given up on this, that, and the other. And whilst they think that that is acceptable because it's it's not a lot of information, but it is still information about the child who does not want to be on the vlog, right? And the reason she doesn't want to be on the vlog is because she gets bullied about the things you're putting out about her, and yet you're still talking about her. Perhaps stop talking about her.
Yeah, she does still like her art. Cass, she does. And
the question is, Ben, how does that random sub know that your daughter likes her art? That is the question you need to ask yourself, and is part of the problem. Do you not understand that? The fact that a random person off the internet knows what your daughter likes to do. It shouldn't be a thing, but apparently it's okay for you.
And she does like
she did
nature.
more of it, but she's...
Yeah, the thing is with teenagers, when they... not all of our teens have gone through that, but some of them have. And
I think they all go through it to some degree. But it depends on how much that they can just shake off what other people say. And it's not just coming from the background that they come from anything. It could be anything. It could be their name, it could be the bag that they carry, it could be the pencil case that they had, it could be the shoes that they're wearing, it could be any one of those things. It doesn't matter, does it? And if they're like Eva's very, very sensitive, and you try and make sure as a parent that they don't have anything that they could, would make them stand out or be picked on or anything like that. It's a minefield.
Yep.
And yet, oh my God, you actually recognize that you need to minimize the type of things that will stand your kid out in school, right? So you don't want them to be bullied for such and such a thing or this and that and the other, and you need to minimize that. And yet you still put them out online for the world to gawp at, right? And for her classmates to gawp at. And yet you still do it. And even though you realize that you shouldn't be doing it, you still do it.
And like Linda said, I've never liked being on camera. The thing is, we're very much used to it now, but it's taken us 6 years to get to where we are and to be used to filming ourselves and being comfortable with talking on camera and all that sort of stuff.
Comfortable speaking on camera, sorry. So that's got me beat. Sorry, we just have to go through this now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Zoe. I'm sorry I have to do this to you.
But we always knew that we wanted to get better at it. We always knew that we were going to do a lot of vlogs, and we always knew that we were going to have a YouTube channel. I mean, in the last 6 to 7 years. And once we started on the journey, there was no going back for us. That was it. But you just get better at it, and you get more confident at it. And you learn to ignore stuff, and you learn to kind of not worry too much about what people say to you. Because when we first started out, even we got a lot of Mickey taking for starting a YouTube channel, but whatever.
Do we not still?
Oh yeah. Well, that's called trolling now.
The problem is, Ben, a difference of opinion is not necessarily trolling, right? It's not necessarily that. It's not everything is trolling. It's just giving you a difference of opinion, right? It is, my opinion is that you use your kids for financial gain. My opinion is that you put your kids in danger every day. My opinion is that you expose your kids to pedos every day, right? My opinion is that you open your kids up for bullying at school. Those are all valid opinions. They're not wrong opinions. I know opinions can be subjective, but try and prove me wrong, because I am actually right. You know, as much as it pains me to tell you this, but yes, I have thoroughly researched these opinions which I'm giving you, and it turns out that I'm right. Okay, so try and prove me wrong, and then we can talk a bit more about that.
But you know, we got a lot of Mickey taking, you know, for because when you've got like a really, really small channel as well, it's kind of like, what are they doing, kind of thing. But then you start to monetize, and then you get to like 10,000, and so on, so on, and so on, and so on, and you keep growing and it's great. But you know, you still get people take the mickey out of it. There's still a lot of people that don't understand what it's all about, and I think that.
Yep, there's so many people out there who are so ignorant, aren't they, Ben? They're so ignorant to the ways of family vlogging and pimping kids out and exposing kids to the world. It's a minefield. You've got to try. In fact, Ben, I know, right? Just try and tell us. Do a sit-down vlog one day and explain to us the goodness that comes out of exploiting your kids and throwing them to the wolves. Give us that one, and then I will. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll back down and I'll say, yeah, Ben, you are right. You know, exploiting your kids is a good thing. Maybe I can be turned. You never know.
I think it's the unknown, isn't it? It's the unknown quantity. I'm not technically going to work all day and doing a job somewhere else. But we work all day at home
and all evening
doing this, which we love. You know.
But you're not doing it. It's not you that's doing it, Ben. It's not, right? I don't think you actually grasp it. I genuinely don't think you grasp it. Yes, you do a segment every day. This is how their vlogs go, right? It'll start off with either Ben or Zoe doing a massive long talky segment, right? And then it'll end up with either Ben or Zoe doing another segment. So they'll each do one segment each, right, in the vlog. A big long talky thing. Ben often has the kids hanging off his shoulders, and Zoe is often on her own or in the car with other kids around her, right? It's the same template every single day, and then there'll be a segment of the kids doing whatever they're doing. But the thing here, Ben, is that nobody would watch you, and I mean literally nobody would watch you if it was just you and Zoe, right? Just you two. I mean literally nobody would. Maybe you get a few hundred views if it was Zoe just doing her shopping haul every day, talking about how she feeds her 14 family, 14-membered family. Maybe she would get some views doing it that way, but like a few hundred, maybe 1,000 views, possibly. That's a niche that is required. But in terms of you two as a gruesome twosome doing a vlog on your own about your daily business, you're never getting views. You're never ever doing it, and I mean that with the greatest respect in the world, right? It's not a thing. It's never going to happen, and you know it. You must know it. Adding the kids, even if the kids were just as a background to your vlog, adding the kids means that you will get people wanting to watch your vlogs, right? So therefore, without your children, you don't have a vlog, you don't have a business. You understand that, do you? Maybe you understand that, maybe you don't. And I genuinely think Ben and Zoe are not quite intelligent enough to figure this out. Their subs are definitely not intelligent enough to figure it out, because nobody else would want to watch 12 children in a vlog. I don't understand why you would want that, but anyway, that's their vlogs. So remember, Ben, try it without your children and see how far you get.
It's different when you're working at something that you want to do. This is what I've always said to the kids. You know, there's so much. Don't get me started on the whole school thing. There's so much,
let's not do
emphasis on what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your life? You must study this. You must do that. And it's just like, life is huge. Yeah. And you only get one shot. So does it, you might decide that you want to do this at the age of 12, but at the age of 16, you want to do something different. And then you train for that. And at the age of 26, you want to do something completely different again.
And that, Zoe, is exactly what it's all about on YouTube for the kids, right? Without realizing it, you've actually just hit the nail on the head, right? Because at the age of 12, they might want to be on YouTube, right? Because they don't understand what it's all about. They don't understand what the ramifications are. By the age of 16, they might not want to be on YouTube anymore, or they might want to be on it a little bit less. By the time they're 26, they might have regretted being on it ever. But by that time, it's too late. It's already out there. Because their parents have made the decision for them, and it's already out there. More so for the littler kids, right? At the age of 4, you decide that your children want to be on YouTube because, believe it or not, they tell you that they want to be on YouTube, right? Because they don't know that there are paedophiles out there looking for their image. They don't know the ramifications of being on YouTube all their life. They don't know it because they're 4 years old, right? By the age of 10, they're a little bit more wary because they know their friends are watching them, right? By the age of 16, they really don't want much to do with YouTube. But even by that point, it's too late, because at the age of 4, they've still got their image online, and their peers are taking the piss out of them because there's a 4-year-old version of them online doing all 4-year-old type of stuff, right? And then later on, they decide, no, don't want to be on YouTube at all. But Mum, you've already put me out on YouTube since I was 4 years old. What do I do? There's nothing you can do, Nothing.
And that's just fine. That's what we've always said to the kids.
So at the age of 43, I decided to have a YouTube channel. And we started from nothing. We started from 5 subscribers like everybody else does. And that's the thing that I think everybody, if you want to start a YouTube channel, every YouTuber out there has started from 5 subscribers, from a very small amount of subscribers, every one of those people. But most of them, the ones that are successful, have worked their butts off.
And you have worked, Ben. You have worked every single day on every single social media platform. You are there. You are posting multiple times a day on everything to make sure that your kids are exposed to the absolute maximum. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. But you will stop at nothing to make your dream of 100,000 subs happen, even at the expense of your children. That's
it. But unless you're Cristiano Ronaldo, who's just started his YouTube channel, he's got like 10 billion subscribers.
Straight off.
But then, I'd subscribe to Cristiano Ronaldo. But, it's just
like that. Cindy says life's a journey, not a destination.
It is.
Sorry, just you cut you off there, but I really like that. I like that a lot. I just think there's too much emphasis on knowing what you want to do, and you know,
I think as well there's a lot of opinion, and if you listen to opinion and the norm, what's the norm?
What is the norm? And the norm is so huge now. Yeah. Now there is social media and all that sort of stuff involved as well. The norm, there is no norm. Well, there is, but you know, it's huge. Yeah, I don't have any idea what I want to be when I grow up either. So I told somebody that today. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do either. But the thing is, all you can do is find something that you enjoy doing and do it. And then when you don't enjoy doing it anymore, maybe find something else that you enjoy doing. But there's nothing wrong with that.
I think when it comes to kind of like social media and influencing and YouTube and all that sort of stuff, the normal mainstream has got a lot of catching up to do, because I was basically filling a form out today, and what's your occupation? Nothing listed to do with social media, YouTube, influencing, nothing. The closest you could get to was video editor.
Well, Ben, here's a piece of free advice just for you from myself, right? When you are choosing what you do, who you are, what sort of position you run, you are a business owner, and more so, you are a managing director of a business, of a limited company. So that's what you choose.
What's your occupation? You know, so there's a lot of catching up to do with that as well in the mainstream, isn't there? But yeah, but go for it. Anybody who wants to try, anybody wants to give it a shot and wants to start a YouTube channel, the biggest advice I can give you is don't give up. Don't give up.
That goes for anything though. If there's something that you really want to do in life, don't let other people stand in your way. Don't let what people say to you or take the mickey out of you or anything like that. Don't let that stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't listen. If it's something that you really want to do, then do it. Don't let other people stand there. Regardless, we have people, as you will probably know, take our videos and make their own videos and say all sorts of awful things. We have
who does such a thing, Zoe? Give me their names. I will go down there and I will sort them out. Imagine saying awful things about you. If you're referring to my good self, obviously, I don't say awful things about you, Zoe. I don't call you anything. I don't say untrue facts about you. I just take the piss out of you. I'm joking. I call you out for what you do. And if that is awful things, then you need something sorted out in your head, right? So on the back of her saying this, a bunch of her fans commented in the chat. Lisa said, "Hi Ben and Zoe, yesterday I came across a YouTube channel where you were being bad-mouthed about your parenting and how you expose your children. He said some really awful things, actually horrible." Well, you've hit the nail right on the head there, Lisa. Called them out for how they expose their children, right? That's the key words, and you have actually hit it right there. And yet you've hit it and you've zipped right past it. What the hell is the matter? Right. So I'm saying horrible things, right? Actually horrible things. What about the kids being exposed to pedos, right? Is that the horrible things that I'm saying? Because that's true. And that is the part that you should be focusing on, right? That is the part that you should be seeing and saying, oh, hang on a second, he's actually right here. And maybe we won't support this channel that does this to their children. But instead, you take that and you say, well, he calls them out, but he's saying it in a horrible way. So it can't be true, or it can't be a bad thing. Just listen to yourself. Take what you said and just act appropriately. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for geniuses here. I'm not asking for brain surgeons. I'm just asking for a little bit of logical sense making, right? Is that a possibility? No, maybe, right? Then Penny Lane, who is the #1 and only mod, replies, Lisa, don't worry, Dougal's known for it. He does it to all family channels. And again, they know. This is the part I don't get. They actually know. He takes apart family channel. Why do you think that is? Right? Why do you think that is? I'm not just targeting families. I hate that narrative, by the way, when people say, oh, he's horrible to all families, and he says this about families, he doesn't like families. Maybe it's because his own family is a bit, but it's not the family aspect that I'm taking apart. It's the family channel, the family vlogging aspect that I'm taking apart, and they see it, and yet their brains just go right past it. It's unbelievable, right? Anna MacArthur goes on to say, Lisa Haynes, I see it too, and reported it. Oh, thank you. What did you say? Oh, Dougal, he calls out family vlogging channels because they expose their kids to pedos. Oh, it's a nightmare, guys. Get right on it. Get reporting it. Report it for all your life. Who's that? Leah says, I hate that channel. That just slays YouTube families. He's so hateful. Oh, he's hateful, that Dougal, isn't he? He's hateful. He calls them out for exposing their kids, endangering their kids, just causing their kids pain every day and everything else. Yeah, he's such a hateful guy. He's so hateful. Penny replied, yes, Lisa, he's a very sad individual. He is. I'm sad. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for causing this family so much. I'm so sorry. Now down here, Chrissy Haynes, who must be related to the aforementioned Lisa, right, said, I saw it once for 5 minutes, then decided not to give them the airtime. He talks a pile of rubbish. Oh, he does. He talks so much rubbish. How much rubbish do you think I talk then, Chrissy? All right, Chrissy, how much rubbish do you think that I talk? Is it the part where I say that they don't respect the kids' privacy? They film the kids when they don't want to be filmed. They don't ask for permission from their younger kids to be filmed, or they don't give informed consent for them to be filmed. Is it the part where they film their kids in their underwear and film up their skirts? Is that the pile of rubbish that I'm talking? Is it the fact that they film their kids in all sorts of angles? Is that the part? Or is it the fact that they are offering their kids as much as possible to any predator on the internet? Is that the part that is me talking a load of rubbish? Any of those parts not true? Comment down below, because I can't see it, to be honest with you. I really can't see it. I'm sorry, Chrissy, but if you like the children that you watch, you I'm sure they feel like family to you, don't they, right? But if you like those children and you truly like them, but you want them to be offered to pedos online, is that the definition of being liking the kids, or is that actually you facilitating it, right? Because what we can say about people who support family vloggers technically is that they are facilitating the trafficking of children online, and that is not okay with me, and it shouldn't be okay with you. And I'm going to start a series at some point of actually calling out the people who watch family vloggers, right? Because it's the people, the supporters, who drive the family vlogging industry on. And if they didn't exist, then the family vloggers couldn't exist. So we need to start calling out the actual people concerned for what they are, right? And that is supporting the child trafficking of children,
People dob us into social services, DVLA, environmental health, anybody they can. And,
it's still not going to stop us.
Because we're not, we're not doing anything. So,
Well, some of those things you might not be doing anything, right? But what you are doing is endangering your kids, and that is a fact, right? You can't deny that. That is an actual fact. And I'll keep talking about it until you actually listen, right? Before one of your children gets in serious danger. But, you know, you will keep putting them in danger because, you know why? Because 100k is our goal in life, you know. That's worth a kid or two, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, don't let people stand in the way of what you want to do.
Go for it.
That's sound advice, Ben. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you very much for backing me. If you want something enough, just go ahead and do it. What I've been doing, I've been talking about family vlogging and trying to take them down for years now. I'm going to continue on your advice, Ben. Thank you. And if you want to be a part of the takedown, the Sullivans and family vlogging in general, please subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be talking about these and others so much more, and we're going to take them down together. So until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.